Hello everyone, this is Mr. TPT and I'll talk about external rotators of femur today, other words glutes and deep glute muscles and how to stretch them. I'll show you my favourite stretches and what I do with a foam roller or a tennis ball. Okay, so why is it important? If you have any imbalance, it will eventually give you some sort of discomfort or cause you any injury. So you should always, if you see anything in your body that is a bit imbalanced, you should address it. So what I have noticed recently is my hip. So one of my hip is a bit tight and it's a bit painful, and my glutes on the right hand side are really tight as well. So what I noticed is, because my glutes are tight on the right hand side, what makes it to my foot is to kind of point outside, so outwards externally. And what happens when your feet are pointed externally outside a little bit, you'll end up landing on the outside of your foot. So if that was your foot, instead of you arching the foot and stepping through the whole foot, you would just end up externally rotating and stepping on outside of it, so a lateral side of your foot. What makes that is it straight away affects your knee, your hip, and eventually it's going to affect your back, because that's just biomechanics of a body. If something goes wrong in one part of the body, the other either compensates, overcompensates, and becomes tight, and eventually you can cause injury. So what I'll show you today is how to get rid of that, hopefully, and improve your running, because that's what I did. I was running and I noticed that it hurts too much, it affects my knee, and my ankle is way too tight and painful. So I'll show you how to stretch the deep glute muscles. So we have around 6 muscles that focus, just the main job is to focus on externally rotated femur. So I'll show you how to stretch those, and so I'll show you my favorite stretches for the hip, mostly not the hip but the glutes, and then I'll show you what I do with my foam roller, if you have one, or a tennis ball, how to target them deep muscles and deep tissues. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so those were the main things that I do for my tight glutes. So first I just do a bit of stretching to loosen them up. If you've got a foam roller, that's great, you can use it. When you do foam rolling, don't do it too quick. So basically, if you find a hot spot, so something that is really tight or really sore, and you feel that it's kind of painful, so spend a bit more time on it, do little movements and work through it. And obviously, if you've got one of these tennis balls, they're great, they're really good. Again, if you find a really soft spot to work on it, you can't really do a lot of movement with one of these, but if you find one spot, just work on it, do little movements. And also, if you saw in the video, I was lifting the same leg as well, so it kind of stretches the muscle and places more pressure on the ball, and you get a great stretch. So this is what I do for my tight glutes, and I've done it recently. I can see straight away the difference it makes, but never forget to do both sides straight away, because what you don't want to do by stretching one side, then you're going to create imbalance again, as in what if that other side is tight as well. So stretch both sides, foam roll whatever you can do, and see if it makes any change. Personally, I saw a difference straight away in the same day. So usually I do either before I go to work or before I go to bed, and next day in the morning I can see I walk differently. I don't feel the same tightness in my hip, and my glutes are really loosen up. I can feel the difference mostly in my foot, because I don't land on the outside of the foot anymore. But then you need to make sure your muscles in your foot that make your foot arch as well are really strong, but that's a different video and I'll talk about it later, for people with flat feet and what you could do to strengthen those muscles. Okay, I'll see you next time. Post any comments or likes and shares. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll make another video or just message you privately on my Facebook page, Mr. TPT. See you soon, stay strong.